Hello students and welcome to your English language class. I hope you all are doing good. Dear students, today in this video we will be reading the second chapter of your book Beehive, and the title of the chapter is The Sound of Music. Today we will be reading the first part of the second chapter, and the title of this part is Evelyn Glennie Listens to Sound Without Hearing It. Now the title itself is very interesting. The author says Evelyn Glennie listens to sound without hearing it. Now we all wonder, or slightly confused also, that how can you listen to sound when you can't hear? So this is something we will discover, that how Evelyn Glennie was able to listen to sound although she could not hear. Now this is a story about Dame Evelyn Elizabeth Ann Glennie. For short, we call her Evelyn Glennie, and she is a Scottish multi-percussionist, and she is also an international performer. Although she is profoundly deaf, she cannot hear properly, she is able to achieve a lot of success in her career. She is a percussionist. Who's a percussionist? A person who plays percussion instruments. The musical instruments that you play by hitting them with your hand or an object such as stick. So she is a percussionist. Now we'll start reading the story. God may have taken her hearing, but He has given back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. Now someone has commented this about Evelyn. He says that although God took away her hearing power, she was impaired, but He gave her an extraordinary thing, that was the sense of feeling. She could feel very deeply, far more deeply than the normal people, and that is why she was able to express music so beautifully, so well. She is a well-known multi-percussionist. She plays different percussion instruments like xylophone, drums, etc. Rush hour crowds jostle for position on the underground train platform. A slight girl, looking younger than her 17 years, was nervous yet excited as she felt the vibrations of the approaching train. It was her first day at the prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London, and daunting enough for any teenager fresh from a Scottish farm. But this aspiring musician faced a bigger challenge than most. She was profoundly deaf. Now, if you see in the first paragraph, the scene is of the train platform. It is underground and there is a huge rush at the platform. People are pushing each other to get way. There is a small thin girl. It is Evelyn. Evelyn is standing at the railway platform waiting for the train. And just as she feels the vibrations of the approaching train, she realizes that the train is about to come. She gets nervous and excited. This is the train that will take Evelyn to London. She is going to London to learn music as she has got admission in the Royal Academy of Music. Right now, Evelyn is in Scotland. So that is why Evelyn is nervous, because she is leaving Scotland for London. And she is excited also because she is doing something that she always dreamt of. She is going to the Royal Academy of Music to learn music. Now let's read. The Glennie's loss of hearing had been gradual. It had been slow. Her mother remembers noticing something was wrong when the 8-year-old Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. Now her mother remembers when she was a child, when she was 8-year-old, and Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. They called her name and she didn't move. I suddenly realized she hadn't heard. When they called out their name and she didn't respond, then her mother realized that she hadn't heard, says Isabel Glennie. Now Isabel Glennie is Evelyn Glennie's mother. For quite a while, Evelyn managed to conceal her growing deafness from friends and teachers. She was able to hide it from her friends and teachers, but not for long. But by the time she was 11, her marks had deteriorated. Her marks were going down, and her headmistress urged her parents to take her to a specialist. Now, obviously, when you see a bright child scoring lower in her exams, her headmistress requested her parents to take her to a specialist. It was then discovered that her hearing was severely impaired as a result of gradual nerve damage. Now, it was then discovered that her hearing was severely weakened as a result of gradual nerve damage. There was some nerve damage due to which she has lost her hearing abilities. They were advised that she should be fitted with hearing aids and sent to a school for the deaf. Now, the doctor advised them to give her some hearing aids and also to send her to school for deaf, because it won't be possible for her to continue in a normal school. Everything suddenly looked black, says Evelyn. Now, for Evelyn, this all was very depressing and she just went black. But Evelyn was not going to give up. She was determined to lead a normal life and pursue her interest in music. Now, Evelyn was very determined, very confident, and she didn't want to give up on her interest in music. One day she noticed a girl playing a xylophone. And now, what is a xylophone? It's a musical instrument with a row of wooden bars of different lengths. So she decided that she wanted to play a xylophone. Most of the teachers discouraged her, but percussionist Ron Forbes spotted her potential. Now, all her teachers were discouraging her. They were saying that it won't be possible for you to play a xylophone. But the percussionist Ron Forbes, he spotted her potential. He looked at her and he saw a lot of potential in her, that she can do it. She can play a xylophone. He began by tuning 2 large drums to different notes. उन्होंने 2 बड़े ड्रम्स लिए और उनको डिफरेंट नोट्स पर सेट कर दिया. Don't listen through your ears, he would say. Try to sense it some other way. Because practically it wasn't possible for Evelyn to listen through her ears, so he advised her to sense it some other way. Maybe she could feel it through her, through the vibrations and all. Suddenly I realized I could feel the higher drum from the waist up and the lower one from the waist down. Now she was sensing the vibrations coming from the drum. The higher drum, the higher notes of the drum, she could hear from waist up, and the lower one from the waist down of her body. Forbes repeated the exercise and soon Evelyn discovered that she could sense certain notes in different parts of her body. Now जो रॉन फॉर्ब्स थे वो बार बार उसी एक्सरसाइज को रिपीट कर रहे थे, और जो हम एवलिन ग्लेनी थी वो अपने अलग अलग बॉडी पार्ट से उन वाइब्रेशंस को कैच कर पा रही थी. आई हैड लर्न टू ओपन माई माइंड एंड बॉडी टू साउंड्स एंड वाइब्रेशंस. अब वो सीखती जा रही थी कि कैसे अपने माइंड और बॉडी से उन वाइब्रेशंस को, उन साउंड्स को कैच करना है और उसको समझना है कि ये कौन सी नोट्स हैं, कौन से साउंड है. द रेस्ट वॉज शेयर डिटर्मिनेशन एंड हार्ड वर्क. ये उसका डिटर्मिनेशन था, हार्ड वर्क था. शी वॉज वेरी मच फोकस्ड टू लर्न द म्यूजिक. दैट्स वाई शी स्टार्टेड फीलिंग द म्यूजिक through her heart, through her body and through her mind. She never looked back from that point onwards. She toured the United Kingdom with a youth orchestra, and by the time she was 16, she had decided to make music her life. और उस पॉइंट के बाद उसने कभी भी अपनी ज़िंदगी में वापस मुड़ के नहीं देखा. उन्होंने यूनाइटेड किंगडम का भी टूर किया एक यूथ ऑर्केस्ट्रा के साथ, और उन्होंने जब वो 16 इयर्स की थी तो उन्होंने सोचा कि अब म्यूज़िक ही मेरी लाइफ है और मैं अपनी पूरी लाइफ जो है म्यूज़िक को डेडिकेट कर दूँगी. ऑडिशन फॉर द रॉयल अकेडमी ऑफ म्यूज़िक एंड स्कोर्ड वन ऑफ द हाईएस्ट मार्क हिस्ट्री ऑफ द. और उन्होंने रॉयल अकेडमी ऑफ म्यूज़िक में ऑडिशन दिया और हाईएस्ट मार्क्स भी स्कोर किए इन द हिस्ट्री ऑफ अकेडमी. मतलब तब तक किसी ने भी इतने हाईएस्ट स्कोर नहीं किए थे. She gradually moved from orchestral work to solo performances. पहले she used to perform in a group in an orchestra, but slowly she started performing solo. मतलब अकेले वो करने लग गई थी perform. At the end of her 3-year course, she had captured most of the top awards. और जब तक उनका वो जो 3 इयर्स का कोर्स था रॉयल अकेडमी में, उसको कंप्लीट करते करते उन्होंने बहुत सारे टॉप अवार्ड्स भी जीते थे. And for all this, Evelyn won't accept any hint of heroic achievement. If you work hard and know where you are going, you'll get there. मतलब उन्होंने कभी भी इसको बहुत ज़्यादा अपने आप को उस चीज़ के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा घमंड नहीं किया. वो हमेशा कहती थी कि अगर आप हार्ड वर्क करोगे, मेहनत करोगे, तो यू कैन अचीव एनीथिंग दैट यू वांट इन योर लाइफ. And she got right to the top, the world's most sought after multi percussionist, with a mastery of some 1,000 instruments and hectic international schedule. Now, वो अपनी फील्ड में सबसे ऊपर पहुंच गई थी. She was right on the top and she has become most sought after multi percussionist. It is intriguing. It is fascinating to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without hearing. Now, consider yourself that if you can't hear, how will you play so many musical instruments, and how will you perform without even hearing the instrument which you are playing? But she used to do it so comfortably, so effortlessly. In our 2-hour discussion, she never missed a word. Men with bushy beards give me trouble, she laughed. और एक इंटरव्यू में जो कि 2 आवर चला था, उसमें उन्होंने एक भी वर्ड मिस नहीं किया था. ऑल्दो शी वॉज नॉट एबल टू हियर प्रॉपरली, लेकिन फिर भी उन्होंने सब कुछ समझा. एंड शी वॉज रिप्लाइंग एंड शी वॉज ऑल्सो लाफिंग दैट मेन विद बुशी बियर्ड गिव मी ट्रबल. इट इज़ नॉट जस्ट वॉचिंग द लिप्स, इट्स द होल face, especially the eyes. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lilt. Lilt means a way of speaking because she belonged to Scotland, so she has that accent, the Scottish accent. My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11. Now, she says that her speech is clear, she can speak properly because she could hear till she was 11. And she lost her hearing abilities gradually due to some nerve damage. But that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. Now, she could not only play musical instruments so effortlessly, she has also managed to learn different languages such as French and basic Japanese also. You can see it was extraordinary. As for music, she explains, it pours in through every part of my body. It tingles in the skin, my cheekbones, and even in my hair. Tingles means cause a slight pricking or stinging sensation. Matlab as if somebody is pricking a needle in your body. So music was her heart and soul, and she could feel it from every part of her body. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingertips. जब भी वो xylophone प्ले करती थी तो उस साउंड को सेंस कर पाती थी, जो स्टिक है उससे उसके फिंगर टिप्स के थ्रू होते हुए उसकी बॉडी में पूरी वो वाइब्रेशंस, शी कुड फील इट. By leaning against the drum, she can feel the resonances flowing into her body. Resonance means echo, और जो एक echo होती है साउंड की, वो she could feel it. She could feel the resonance or the echo of the drums. On a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that the vibrations pass through her bare feet and up her legs. और जब भी वो वुडन प्लेटफॉर्म पे होती थी तो अपने शूज़ रिमूव करके वो वाइब्रेशंस को अपने बेयर फुट और लेग्स में फील करती थी. सो यू सी हाउ शी मैनेज टू फील ऑल द vibrations, echoes, resonances of the music created by her own through her body and mind. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights her audiences. In 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. Says master percussionist James Blades. God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels, far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. Now we see in the beginning of the chapter, these words were written. Now we know who said these words in appreciation of Evelyn Glennie. Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. Workaholic means somebody who's obsessed with her work. I've just got to work, often harder than classical musicians, but the rewards are enormous. Obviously, she had some uh, weakness, so she had to work hard more than her fellow musicians, but she has got enormous rewards. मीन्स उसको जो रिवॉर्ड मिले हैं वो बहुत ही encouraging थे और बहुत ही huge rewards उसको मिले हैं. Apart from the regular concerts, Evelyn also gives free concerts in prisons and hospitals. जो रेगुलर कॉन्सर्ट्स होते हैं पब्लिक के लिए वो तो वो करती ही थी परफॉर्म वहाँ पे, और उनकी जगह प्रिजन्स और हॉस्पिटल्स में भी वो फ्री कॉन्सर्ट्स करती थी. सो शी वॉज काइंड ऑफ अ ह्यूमैनिटेरियन and she was very kind at heart. She also gives high priority to classes for young musicians. और जितने भी young learners हैं, beginners हैं, उनको भी वो free classes देते थे. Anne Richland of the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children says she is a shining inspiration for deaf children. They see there is nowhere that they cannot go. Now, Evelyn Glennie has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. She has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped. People who look to her and say, if she can do it, I can. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions. Now she has become a living inspiration for all those who cannot hear or with some physical incapability. So she has become a living inspiration for all of them and for all of us as well. Now you see, we have our work, we can certainly achieve our goals. Our dedication and desire to achieve our chosen goals will constantly recharge us to fight our disabilities. With patience and sincere effort, nothing is out of our reach. I hope you've learned a lot from this chapter and from Evelyn Glennie as well. As your homework, you have to write the word meaning of this chapter and you have to answer these questions and in your fair notebook, and you have to submit the homework in your group. And thank you for watching this video.